Good. Good. You're still using that. Go into a 20-meter circle. Touch 8. You're still using your inside leg for bend, even in the rising trot. Rising trot. It's a passive inside leg. I use more inside leg for energy than outside leg energy when you're doing a rising trot because you don't want the rib, you don't want your outside leg to influence the rib to come inside. Right leg. Okay, walk. You see what I mean? If you're using your inside leg, I'm using my inside leg to create bend. If I'm doing a rising trot in this position, what's going to control her face? All I have to hope for is my right leg says, look, I want you to keep your nose there forever. Watch when I touch her with my left leg, when I release my leg, she's going to look that way. I don't want her ever looking that way. So when I'm doing a rising trot in a circle, I can use my outside leg, but it has to be softer than my inside leg. Because I want her to keep her nose to there, so I'll use this leg more aggressively to make sure that she stays her nose to the right, because on a circle, which way is her nose supposed to be looking? To the inside. So, and it's related to your leg. Your hand assists that. So if I'm doing a rising trot, I'm going to be using my inside leg. On a circle, I'm going to be using my inside leg more than my outside leg, because see, I'm going to hang her around my right leg. So I'm not even bumping her with my left leg. I'm using my right leg for energy only, because see how she's looking at my right leg? Watch when I change to my left leg. When I change my left leg, she's going to start looking there. I don't want her to look there. I want her to look here. The hand assists all that. If we have to come to the leg, and then the hand can get, if we teach a horse to go through her seat and the leg, then the hand, it becomes quite simple. Look at my foot first, then I'll take the rein out. And I'll keep you from going back if I need to, if I don't want that bend. So we say, look at my foot. If she looks at my foot and I don't want her to flex that much, that's what the outside rein is for. So this outside rein, I still want her to look at my foot. So when she moves her nose to the right, the outside rein says you can only go that far. But she still has to be wrapped around the leg. The only time the leg is in neutral is straight ahead. Passive, both legs are straight. On a circle to the right, free or connected, inside leg has to create bend. However much it takes. If you're not pushing her off the circle, you're good. If you do feel like your horse is doing this on the circles, that they're moving to the left, then your inside leg is being too aggressive. That's pushing her away from my circle. So I'm just going to lighten that. I'm not going to take it off of her. I just lighten it, and she's going to keep the bend around my inside leg. If I push too aggressively with that leg, it's going to push her away from my circle. So I've got to lighten it again. Go back on your circle to the right. Right? It's no different than when you made your turn. Remember when we made turns, you touched them with your inside leg, lifted your right rein. That keeps them from turning. So you've got to say, you create bend. Start sitting trot, inside leg. Good. 20-meter circle. Good. So he's wrapped around your right leg. He's got a little curve or a little C wrapped around your inside leg. What I was trying to explain is that if you accidentally, or if you, not accidentally, if you had to use more outside leg for pressure to keep him going, he's going to move his rib into your right leg and push your right leg out of the way, because that'd be real easy for him. That's how a horse would like to do it. They like to lead with their shoulders, not with their nose. They like to lead with their rib, not with their nose. They like to send their nose to the outside and go in a circle. You've got to say that's not collection. That's not balance. It has nothing to do with collection, it's balance. If his nose is to the right and his rib is to the left, he's putting equal amounts of pressure on all 4 feet. If his nose is to the left as he's going to the right, when his rib's to the right, he's putting pressure on his inside legs, none on his outside legs. This is what we're talking about, being balanced. And a horse can't get into collection unless they're balanced. Good. Now go across the center of your circle, change direction. Lift your right rein, lift it, then let him turn. Because he's been, if you just drop to your inside seat bone, he'll turn. Now lift your left rein, stay to the right seat bone, then let him turn, drop to your inside seat bone, he'll turn. Good. Keep him trotting. Now bend him around your inside leg. Good. There you go. Good. Keep him bent around that inside leg. Now, what a horse can do, the only reason we have to have our hands are because horses become smart. After so long, they say, well, if you don't have anything to control from the withers forward, then I'll just run around your leg. Your left leg's created a nice bend, but he has the opposite. If you don't have reins on him, he can run around the front of your leg and do a smaller circle. And that's what you don't want to do. Your hands are saying, I need you to stay on this big circle and not run around my leg and make a smaller circle. So your hands have to stay softly to the right. Softly to the right. Good. If he's going off of the circle, you let your hands come in a little bit. If he's going into the inside of the circle, you let your hands go outside a little bit. And it's little bitty small movements. It's not sword fighting. You never make, it's like steering a car and you don't turn the car, the steering wheel 3/4 of the way around if you just want it to turn a little bit. So actually I release horses. I create the bend and then I let them follow their nose by releasing my seat in the direction I want to go. And the hand automatically does that. Good. Okay, want to try lope again? Okay, here we go. But your circle is important. Speed him up. Your circle is very important that you keep touching those touch points. Speed him up. You got to speed up his foot because he's not ready to go from a collective trot yet. Bigger trot, bigger trot, bigger trot, bigger trot, bigger trot. There you go. Now you can ask him to lope a little bit. Bigger trot, bigger trot. They giddy up. Here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. Good job. Ride your circles. Ride your circles. Ride your circles. Don't get in the way. Here you go. There you go. There. Now trot. Ride your circles. Ride your circles. Good, good. Ride your circles. Outside rein. Elbows closer to your ribs. And walk. Everything you're doing at the walk and the trot has to be transferred into the lope. As soon as you start your right hand getting up, you start to open your right rein up here like this, that's the wrong place to be. You have to keep your hands in the exact same position as you're trotting. And walk. That's very nice, though. Very nice. Walk. Walk. Let's talk about hands. Hands, 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 hands. We're trying to teach the horse to go off of our seat. You have horses that get real responsive to it, but then you have horses, and he's one of them, that says, sometimes I don't care about your seat. What they do is they force us into be more aggressive with their hands when we sword fight instead of just get it over with. If you want your horse to become lighter to the movement, to describe stuff right there, it takes a little break. If I'm on my outside seat bone and I'm going to the left, that's keeping my horse softly to the right. Say he was moving the inside, so I dropped my outside seat bone. Watch my hands. I'm in this position. If I move to my inside, I'm not moving my hands on tension. Watch when I move to the inside seat bone. See my hands move that much to the left? This is to the right. This is to the left. This is to the right. This is to the left. This is to the right. I don't have to go, here's the seat bone, here's the hands. All I have, if my seat bone moves, my hands have to move. I can't do that. I mean, it's almost impossible. You can't. It's almost impossible. If you relax through your body, your hand will do exactly what your seat does. I'm on my right seat bone because I want to go that way. If I drop to my inside seat bone, that gives my horse permission, not only to the seat, but to the hand, because I let go of the resistance of the holder over here. As I move to the left seat bone, my hands move softly, maybe a half inch or an eighth of an inch to the left. So right now I'm going to keep her on her circle to the right. My hands are staying softly to the right. I'm on my right seat bone. I'm not going to move my hands. I'm just going to drop to my left seat bone. My hands move enough that she's going to turn sharper on my circle. She's going to make the circle smaller. Now, if they don't do it, you say, why aren't you doing it? You pull them across there. Say, why aren't you being soft to my hands? Because you'll get a horse that starts blowing through the shoulders. You want to say, if I just drop